What is going on, Colts Nation? He is Jamal, and I'm Eric, your co-host of the Colts Cast. Look, man, we got a score to settle, bro. Hey, we do. Early season divisional matchup coming up in a few days. Football is officially back. Look, Houston Texans, they want to come in our town, Lucas Oil Stadium, right? I mean, they got to. They got to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Highly anticipated, ladies and gentlemen. Texans are favored to win this matchup. They're favored to win the division, blah, blah. Jamal, I don't give a fuck about any of that. Let's get real today. Look, let me get something off my chest real quick. You little wannabe contenders, you little Texans fans, y'all going down Sunday. Y'all think because y'all added Daniel Hunter, Danico Autry, Stephon Diggs, y'all think y'all the big bad. Y'all think y'all can contend with the Chiefs. Look, it don't matter. I'm going to tell you that right now. It don't matter. Them boys coming to Lucas Oil. And I seen you Texas fans in the comments last episode. I seen y'all making excuses on why you couldn't beat us in week 2. Oh, man, it was CJ Stroud's second game. Bro, week 18, man, we had all these injuries. No. You want to go tit for tat? Jamal, who did we start at quarterback for the majority of the season?
Minshew, Gardner.
Gardner Minshew. Wow. There's one of these quarterback rankings I was looking at for starting quarterback rankings for this season. Gardner Minshew ranked 32 out of 32. Yet we had him last season for the majority of the season, and we still almost beat y'all in week 18. We actually should have won that game if it wasn't for that failed fourth down play. We were right there. Come on, man. JT got hurt in that game. I think y'all forgot about that too. When he ran about 188 yards on y'all boys. He got hurt that game. Brandon Smith was out that game. Juju Brents was out that game. Because they both got hurt during the game. Let's call a spade, Jamal. Like, y'all need to stop making excuses. Don't make any after week 1, bro. That's all I'm going to say. You Texas fans listening right now. Where do you want to start, Jamal?
Hey, I'm going to let you keep talking, dog. Do your thing.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
All right, fine. Since we ain't got nothing to say, you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button for us. Go ahead and drop your comments below. I know Texans fan about to be in here deep. Drop your comments below. Colts fans, hey, y'all know what time it is. Drop your comments below as well. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, and just to kind of piggyback on what you're saying, first and foremost, shout out to all the Colts listeners as always. Salute to all y'all. Secondly, Texans fans came in here hot and heavy. Shout out to y'all too, both the positive and the negatives, because I like the engagement. I see y'all feeling high and mighty about your squad, and I'm not mad about that. You made some off-season changes, some personnel changes. You got some extra players in the building, is what it is. Hey, shout out to y'all. But I think that sometimes people kind of forget. Just reading through, there are just oodles and oodles of commentary. I could go down for days. Some of the comments, talking about just kind of how we critique or we're biased and all this other stuff. I don't think people realize how critical I am of the Colts and everything they do day in and day out, especially Texans fans. They only come here twice a year, so they don't ever really see what's going on in the building. But I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I give credit to when it's due. I give credit to everybody out there. I give them plenty of credit to the Texans. I give plenty of credit to the Colts, but I will also be real about every single take we have on this show. So don't think that because we put a take out there, it's just for shits and giggles. I mean, it's all real. It's all real. So like I said, shout out to y'all for coming in the comments, positive and negative. Enough about that, though, Eric. Let's go ahead and jump into it. What we got going on, because plenty of people will say, for starters, that on paper Texans are the better team. It's and all that good jazz. Yes, you did win the offseason. Okay, we talk about that. People win the offseason. That's fine. Does that mean you're going to win the Super Bowl? Absolutely not. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. There's going to be a much more competitive game than what people want to admit. And by people, I mean Texans fans want to admit. We see the line right now. It's just sitting at -2.5, +2.5 for us. So
we ain't worried about that.
No, it's going to be a tight knit game for us. Texans still riding the high of last year. Eric, you already went down the rabbit hole about how we were one play away from this entire scheme being turned around with Gardner Minshew at backup quarterback. So I don't even need to go down that hole because you've already made it crystal clear as to how we stand where we are right now. Colts got a lot to prove on Sunday. That's just real. That's real. Colts got a whole lot to prove. You think Shane Steichen's forgot about this week 18 loss to win the division and get to the playoffs? No. You think the Jonathan Taylors forgot about this? You think that AR's forgot about this? One person I know ain't forget about it is Zaire. I mean, Zaire, he speaks it every single day. But on the pod, he's been talking about it too. No one on this Colts team forgets what happened or has forgotten what happened just a couple months ago. All right. Everybody's locked in the building right now. Everybody's ready to come out here and dominate and show what this home field is about to be like. Home field advantage from the beginning, taking over and dominating this game from day one. Stroud don't like Indy. He already said Indy doesn't like him, so on and so forth, you know. And in the words of Zaire himself, yeah, we take that personally. All right. So when we come out on the gate on Sunday, it's going to be bloodshed on that field. And may the best man win. We know it's going to be the Colts, but may the best man win. So, Eric, go ahead and do your thing, and then we'll get into some key success.
Well, apparently we're going to be probably without Josh Downs and Matt Gay. That's going to happen. But, you know, I'm not a Texans fan. I'm not going to sit there and make excuses just because we're down our slot receiver and kicker. You know, I don't do that. I'm not like y'all. I'm built different. Look, let's talk about it. I mean, one bright spot on this schedule is the Colts only have to travel a little less than 11,500 miles this season. This is the third shortest travel schedule in the NFL. So, you know, our schedule got tougher, but we don't have to travel as far. Probably doesn't mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, but I thought that was a little fun fact. But yeah, other than those two injuries, we're pretty healthy. We're pretty healthy going into it, as we should. It's week one. But again, like I think these Texans fans, I think they're thinking a road game against a divisional opponent in week one, who they don't have a lot of success against in the past few years, is going to be like a cakewalk. I get it. They build around Stroud. You know, who cares? That's you know, let's play devil's advocate. That's because you had to build around him. Y'all didn't have talent. We did. We retained our talent. Let's talk about it. Look, you know, hey, I'm hype on the Colts, as we should be. We covered them, Jamal. But look, Anthony Richardson is undefeated against the Texans. I'm going to just throw that out there. I think y'all forgot about that. We've already spoken on Jonathan Taylor's efficiency and his dominance against Houston, 6.0 yards per carry over 6 games. I mean, that's his middle name, man. Like, ain't no King Henry anymore. It's King Taylor. Like, he's back there, and he's ready to he's going to eat on y'all again. It's going to happen. Like, if I was betting man, I would have done locked in his rushing yards over for that game, because unless someone snipes him from the sky, like that man is going that man is going for 100 plus. Like history is going to repeat itself again. AD Mitchell has been popping off all camp. I know we're down downs. I like that. We're down downs, but we still got Pierce. We still got Pittman signed to a new contract. He's out there ready to prove what he can do. He wants to do more things. Shane Steichen hasn't even gotten in his bag. He threw out all that vanilla, man, but he about to throw out that Rocky Mountain, that mint chocolate. He about to throw all that out there. And I think one thing that Texans that they don't have is a QB run game. We have that element. And you see how it just morphs offenses when you have that mobility behind your quarterback. It's harder to game plan against Lamar Jackson. It's harder to game plan against Jalen Hurts. It's going to be hard to game plan against Anthony Richardson. Like I said, in week 2, y'all couldn't stop it. And y'all can make all the excuses y'all want, but y'all didn't stop it. I guess I'm sitting here. I got a fourth wall. I'm talking to y'all Texans fans this episode, man. So I didn't like how y'all was coming in the comments. I didn't. Look, so we were throwing points all over y'all in week 2. That's when we had our starting quarterback. I mean, he put up, at least in fantasy, that man was scoring like 6 fantasy points a second. Like it was nothing. I will say, Jamal, like our defense, you know, probably all eyes are on Laiatu Latu, our rookie out of UCLA. You know, can our pass rush be taken to that next level? You know, we set a franchise record for sacks. That's really good. But I really want to see us in that pass rush win rate department, beating these linemen to disrupt the quarterback's play. That's going to be critical in this game. Even with the loss of Samson Ibukam, I think that's going to be big too. You know, can Latu fill that void? We didn't really have that void before. We just added more to our line, but can Latu kind of fill that void on these passing downs, because Shaw's going to want to throw it. We all know that. I don't have faith in the Texans run game. Like, they added Joe Mixon. Like this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not afraid of them. and we shouldn't be either. Now, can Juju Brents and Jalen Jones hold their own against this receiving room that did add Stephon Diggs? That will be interesting to see. We know Dallas Flowers did not win that starting job. Nick Cross won a starting job though in week 1. So he's been announced a starter. How's he going to do? There are some question marks, and not question marks in a bad way, but just like, we don't really have data on them. We don't know how they're going to perform. And just kind of the unspoken group, the linebacker group, can Zaire Franklin take it to that next level and reach that elite tier linebacker status? Because I think we can all agree Zaire Franklin is a dog, but, I don't think he gets respected around the NFL, and it may be for various reasons. So can he get to that consensus elite level point? What about EJ Speed? What's his game looking like nowadays? It's just there's a lot of things I'm looking forward to, and I can't wait to watch every quarter of this game.
Absolutely, and I'll just start with defense as well for you. So first off, going back to what you're just saying, Zaire, he's got to be on his game, which I know he's going to be on his game. There's not one person on that defensive side of the ball who I know mentally is not locked in right now more than Zaire. He's going to bring that energy, and that's going to elevate everybody else on that defense. EJ Speed's getting his first full year as a starter for him, so shout out to him. I think he's about to come on the field and show you why he's finally in this starting role and how he earned this thing. And then again, it just goes back to the D-line. Listen, all we got to make the Texans one-dimensional. Make them one-dimensional. Make CJ throw the ball 60 times on Sunday, because we know that the running game is going to be obsolete. We got run stoppers and D-Buck and Grove Stewart. That's done. That's done right there. Then we got Latu of these boys coming off the edge. We got to get to Stroud, hit him, make him get rid of the ball when he doesn't want to, disrupt that secondary force. And let these turnovers happen, because they have to happen.
Make Stroud eat his words. He was talking on that pod. What spot I'm talking about. We've seen the clip.
Yeah,
he kept saying, "Man, put me in the dirt." Like okay, let's put that man in the dirt.
Exactly. Until he gets a flag we get a flag.
Hey, roughing the passer. Hey, hit that man.
Down. Yeah, you know how that goes.
Lay him on his back, bro.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
But then flipping over to the offense side of the ball, it's just real simple. Colts got to control the tempo of the game. Colts got to control the tempo, capitalize every single drive, chew up the clock when it's needed, be aggressive when it's needed, especially in that red zone. Richardson gonna have to, he's gonna have to figure out what he wants to do. When I think with the pressure of Hunter and Anderson Jr. lurking in front of him, he's got a couple options. He's going to have to either A, get that ball out there, B, we're going to be running a lot of RPO, I would imagine. Get your reach right. He's going to know what time it is. And if he does get his read off to the right person, that be it Jonathan Taylor, we're going to watch a show, because you already talked about he dropped the $188 on him last time. JT, listen, JT's going to show y'all why he got this bread. That is just that simple. My man is about to be in 2021 rare form out there. He's gonna come on the field, dogging it out.
I think y'all forgot how good our offensive line is.
Exactly.
Pass block.
I haven't even talked about them.
Yeah, I don't care about Will Anderson. All right, keep going.
Hey, listen, when the offensive line is clicking like it is gelling like it is, JT 6 yards off the carry off the right side and probably averaging 4.5 to 5 on the left side. It don't matter. It don't matter where he's coming. You can't see him in the backfield when you got this wall standing in front of him. And he's going to tiptoe and then gun it. The offensive line is there. The pass protection is there. We ain't got to worry about Richardson getting hit left and right. We know the pressure is going to be on, and so on and so forth. We're going to show you why we have a top 5 offensive line core. It's just that simple. And we just can't leave any points on the field. I know that we have historically had to do a lot of field goal kicks and so on and so forth. Get them in position. If we're going to kick the ball, we're going to kick field goals, get across to great field position, set them up for whoever's going to be back there kicking it, and make it easy. But the offense, when possible, is going to have to get into that end zone. You have to get into the end zone score, which I know can easily happen if this offense shows that we can get the running game going, have them stack the box, and then we can get that ball out there when we need to. So the Texans, I don't think they realize they got a lot more issues to worry about than they think they do. I know they think that CJ Stroud is just going to come in and, and control the tempo of everything, but CJ Stroud doesn't play on both sides of the ball. I understand that they have some solid defensive linemen and so on and so forth, but they're going to be playing against an offense that for the first time and a while are clicking on every single cylinder.
Except Josh Downs.
Except for Josh Downs. But we got AD Mitchell right there to take over for that spot. So if Pierce is in there,
AD Mitchell's been playing in the slot too. So.
Exactly. So that's my point. We got a full wide receiving core. We got a full offensive line. We got a full running back room. We got a full quarterback room for us right there. This is going to be the first time they're going to see an explosive offense out there. Again, the vanilla plays have been out there the entire time. Steichen has plenty of plays in his bag. We saw those plays last year with Minshew out there, and it still helped kept us in the game until the legit last play. So I could go on for days and days and days about that. Again, the defense is going to have their work. Go ahead.
And even that last play, he schemed the guy open.
Yeah, it was perfect. Yep.
It was just execution.
Execution. That's all it was. And when we're going to have the real executors out there this time around, that shouldn't even be an issue. So the defense is going to have their work cut out for them for what it's worth. The secondary, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat that. They're going to have to step up. But again, if that defensive line can disrupt the way it needs to and make this team a one-dimensional team, I got a feeling that Nick Cross has something to play for this year. He's shown us that this preseason. He's got something to play for. Cornerbacks know what's on the line. They all know what time it is. Linebacker core, these dudes is ready. Again, I don't need to say anything else about Zaire, EJ. Them dudes is ready, and we know that the tried and true trusted defensive line is already in there, ready to go. Latu's just gonna pick up right where I become left off, and let D-Buck and Grove get to you, man. The run game is obsolete.
Yeah, what's gonna be so great when we beat the Texans is that, look, I mean they're getting so much recognition, so much praise on ESPN, all these other shows that, oh man, they're Super Bowl contenders. So when we beat them in their face and start the season 1-0 at home, I think people are really going to put some eyes on the Colts and really talk about the Indianapolis Colts and say how far we've come, because that's going to be a divisional win, but that's going to, I think that's going to put us on the map. That's what I think.
Absolutely. And again, I know this isn't a betting pod, but let's just call it what it is. The books, Vegas, everybody knows something. They wouldn't be sitting at +2.5, even though we're underdogs at home. It wouldn't be sitting at +2.5 if this Texans was this stout showboat team that's going to come in and dog walk us like everybody's been saying in the comments. It just doesn't work like that. If that was the case, they'd be giving them 6.5, 7. But come on.
They act like they beat us 28-0 last year.
Exactly. But whenever we say, oh, we had X, Y, and Z out, oh, that don't matter. Oh, but we didn't have so on and so forth. That's crazy to me. Don't make sense, but hey, call it what you want.
I'm not even, look, hey, we said our piece, and now all it takes is for our boys to come in and shoot them up. That's all I'm saying.
And if you're still listening right now, if you're gonna be out there tailgating, let me know. I'm gonna be out there tailgating. It'll probably be out there like 8 a.m. So get out there and let's get ready to roll.
Yeah. I'm jealous about that, but I got my Gamecocks to worry about. So
yeah, that's a bigger issue.
Down here in old South Kakalaki. Hey, you got anything else, man?
Yeah, hey, that's it. Let's just get ready for Sunday, dog.
This is a hype episode, guys. We got next up. People are sleeping on us. Yeah. You saw Texans fan. I mean, they came in. There were probably more Texans fans than the Colts fans in the comments. They rolled in deep. But that's fine. They about to roll back deep because they about to take this L. So, hey, let's get it. Hey, thanks for listening to the Colts cast today. We're live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, any platform you use to listen to podcasts. We'll be back next time to give you some more Indianapolis Colts content. Y'all take care.